Hi everyone, I am back again. It's been a couple of weeks, but you know, life is life. Things take up my time, and yeah, I wasn't able to get to this sooner, which I apologise for, but you know, that's the way it is. And what this video is me talking about the book I've been reading for the past couple of weeks, which is the Fry Chronicles, the second of Stephen Fry's autobiographies, because his first one, Moab is My Washpot, which was the last book I read, covered the first 20 years of his life, and this one covers the next 10 years. I'm fearful that I'm just going to be kind of reiterating stuff that I said last time, so I'm going to keep this one relatively short compared to what I usually do. But yes, so the fantastic Stephen has read about the next period of his life, and this is really when he's starting university and everything. So he's meeting people who are household names to us now, and especially Emma Thompson, Hugh Laurie, you know, all that jazz. Very esteemed people in British acting circle, and also writing and directing, as they've gone on to do. And how he fits into that equation. It talks about him going into acting, and so meeting these people, and how post-university, what he went on to do, and everything. But underneath it all, there is this real kind of darkness to it, where he's talking about addiction. And the first chapter he opens up, he talks about his addiction to sugar when he was a child, and then that linked to the cereals that he had at university, which then flows into the rest of the book. And as you go through, it kind of looks at the light and the dark, kind of like he does with Moab is My Washpot, but it's at a different level, because now he's an adult. It's up to, you know, the decisions that he makes and such. It's not a case of him like, oh, I'm going to make a decision and be really cheeky to my teacher, oh, look at me. It's like, no, I'm going to make this decision, and this could really, you know, change my career or whatever. It can take me to a very dark place, and that, and things that he has to handle along the way. So addiction is a major theme of this book. What I really love about Stephen, and you can just read it from the page, how much his friends mean to him, especially Hugh Laurie and Emma Thompson. He writes about Emma in particular so beautifully, and even like from their first encounters, and all the other encounters that she's referred to in this book. She's like a little sister. She's not afraid to tell him off if he does something stupid. She's the one who introduced him to Hugh Laurie, who went on to have this amazing career working with and such. And he absolutely loves her, and you can feel it. Kind of makes you smile, or at least it made me smile, reading the passages when she was mentioned. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoy reading about that. When I talk about, you know, the theme of addictions also, it has other dark undertones to it, because it's talking about the build-up of him, you know, becoming a celebrity and all of his friends and such, but it also shines a light on the dark side of the show business. And he talks about one person in particular who he worked with and everything, and he was a well-respected man and director and everything, and he got conned out of, it was either 60 or 600,000 pound, and it basically destroyed his career. It was a really interesting section of the book, that and looking at the psychological effects also of like being recognised and everything. But then you've got the quirky, you know, student elements, like for example, there's a section when he's reaching his last year of being at Cambridge, and girls have finally been allowed to become students there. So every single block of accommodation has had female toilets put in, but the block that Stephen lived in, there weren't any girls who lived there. So so it became known as the poo toilet, kind of thing. And he said, and because of that, because there were these bags that were hung on the back of the door for tampons and such, with instructions and phrases from the company. And he said that's how to this day I know these phrases off by heart, because I just stare at them all the time. But there's such quirky stories, and it's just as in Moab is my washpot, that are just brilliant and make you laugh, and it makes you reflect. At least it made me reflect on my time at university, and various people that you meet there, and kind of like characters who you meet in his book. You have met in your life. So it was just a really lovely trip down memory lane, really, with him, reading this book. And it's just absolutely lovely reading these kind of things. So yeah, I definitely recommend Stephen Fry's autobiographies. I'm kind of gutted that I don't have the third one now. That it's just so fun, and it's got so much charm to it, and you could, as I said, you can see how important friends are to him, just as family are. How he became who he is in the public eye, and I met him when I got this book. I got it signed by him, which was really, really lovely, and he was such a really, really nice person. It's kind of like, he wasn't being all smiles and everything because he's being forced to, or whatever. Sometimes you might feel if around celebrities, but it was just so natural. He was so interesting to talk to, and it was really lovely to meet him. So yeah, I absolutely loved every minute of reading this book. It's wonderful, and I can't think of anything else to say really other than that, because I know that if I carry on, I'm just going to be reiterating stuff that I said in my last video, which will be really boring for you guys. So so I think perhaps I'll just leave it there. But yeah, Fry Chronicles and Moab is my washpot. I really, really recommend. And as I said, I haven't got this third book, so I can't read the next phase of it, I'm afraid, in the challenge. But oh well, if I do get a copy, I will put it in the jar, so I'm to read it at some point. But obviously, it's when it gets picked out of the jar. But yeah, I recommend the Fry Chronicles. If you're able to get a copy, then do read. And yeah, that's it from Stephen Fry in my my jar of randomness. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any comments, you can leave comments below, or if you want to show your thoughts another way, you can thumbs up or thumbs down, entirely up to your each side. And I'll be back with a video announcing what book I'll be reading next, which will be from the fiction jar. Alright then guys, see you later. Bye!